welcome to this new episode. And today it's about human design with Catherine. How are you, Catherine?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good indeed. So, Catherine is a friend of mine from the island.
Self-help tool to live your life more authentically and more in flow, less stress, more trust. Yeah, and it's also called kind of the new astrology because it has, it also includes astrology, but it goes further than that. So it's the astrology for the new time, for the Aquarian time.
Sounds lovely, and I know that human design is based on the different methodologies which are sort of traditional in nature, and it brings them together and pull them together. What methodologies is it based on?
So human design brings together 4 mystical systems, which have been very ancient in this world, like the astrology, which we have had for thousands of years, the I Ching, which is the Chinese system, the Kabbalah, which is a Jewish mystical system, and the Vedic chakra system from India. So they all are synthesized in the human design system, and actually they fit together perfectly, which is quite a miracle. How can that be?
It makes sense. It reminds me a little bit on more on the medical or sort of nutritional side, you know, how very often Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine have many overlapping sort of, you know, solutions for human life. So
yeah, I think the underlying knowledge in the world where we live is in the end it's the same. All the different systems try to tell us the same thing, and it's a kind of mathematical precision on which we are living. That's how I see it. And so the human design was brought into the world, I should say, in 1987 by a Canadian guy who had the beautiful name of Ra-Uru-Hu, his mystical name, Ra-Uru-Hu. And this Canadian guy was living on Ibiza, and he had in 1987 a mystical experience, an encounter with the voice, as he calls it. And for 7 days in his hut, where he had been living for years as a hermit, the voice visited him there. And for 7 days he got instructed with lots of information, esoteric information, amongst which the human design system. For 5 years he experimented with this information to make sure that actually it had any value outside of his own mind. And as he found it to be of value for people, he started teaching about it. So that is how it came into the world. Yeah, the human design system is specifically useful in this new Aquarian age, where we are asked to live more authentically from ourselves. So not listen so much to the hierarchy, to people above us, but we're being brought to our own inner voice and to decide for ourselves what feels good for us or not. And also a second aspect of the Aquarian time is that we need to learn to work more together in groups.
you know, I think many people that come to Phangan, they are seeking for personal development, and self-inquiry is very important.
I think I'll explain a little bit about the 4 different types, just to give a general introduction, and then go a little bit more into your chat. Is that all right?
So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so you have in the human design system 4 different types of people. And those who have heard a little bit about human design have heard these words possibly, but perhaps don't know exactly what they mean. So you have the manifestors, the generators and manifesting generators, which is one group. You have the projectors and you have the reflectors. So they all have a different strategy in being in life, and they all also have a different auric field. And actually what the human design does, it's inviting us to come out of the mind, so to move, to bring your awareness into your energy field and to observe how is my energy reacting to life, and how can I move with my energy smoothly through this life with least resistance. So the manifestors, which is about 9% of the people, they have a very closed off auric field, and that's for a reason. Because manifestors are here to make an impact in life. They're here to receive information and then, without interference of anyone else, to put it out there. And then, you know, it's something new and everyone is like, oh, what's this? But then they've had their impact and then they can be at peace. That's how their system works. And so if you meet manifestors, it can sometimes be a little bit, you know, the energy is repelling. Sometimes you can really feel with the manifest, it's like, whoa, okay.
They're in your face a lot,
They can be a little bit in your face.
Like loud and...
Don't have to be loud, but it's just this energy field which is very strong and you cannot, it's not penetrable. The generators are here to work and to build and to know themselves. And they have these, what I already said, these open auric fields, but it's also, they have big auric fields. So they have big enveloping auric fields. And the beauty about the generators is that you can actually just, in life, what is correct for you, your strategy is to respond. So where the manifestor initiates, it's the generator responds. It can be a person asking you, do you want to come do this? But it can also be a magazine you see somewhere and you're like, oh, that looks interesting. Or you hear something on the television or the radio. But it must be something coming from the outside. So the projectors are here, actually, are the new leaders here, and are here to guide us. They are non-energy types, and they should really wait for the invitation. Projectors should really work to excel in something and have an expertise, and then they're recognized by others for their expertise, and they're called out and invited to, you know, to bring their expertise, and they're here to guide. They're here to understand the generators and to tell the generators how to do, to lead.
Like
to
advisors,
lead. Yeah? Advisors, guides, and also the new leaders of the new time. And reflectors are here to understand society. It's 1% of the people. They're very different.
Very small, yeah?
Very small.
Very few.
Very few.
Do you know some?
I know a few, yeah, because I do the training, and there's also a few reflectors. They feel very attracted to human design because suddenly their life makes sense, you know. They have a completely white chart. They take in all the energy from others and just amplify it. So they know exactly what's going on in the room when they're there, because they have no like energy from themselves, which they feel inside. They feel only the energy of the others. So it's very interesting. Yeah. So where generators build block by block, the manifesting generators, like you are, you have an idea, you want to do something, you do it. And usually you do several things at the same time. Yeah. So and you're quick. It's good to be quick, but sometimes also too quick, so you have to go back and see where you missed a step.
Do it again. Very good, that's very interesting. So we are the same type, yeah?
We are the same
very
type.
Nice, very nice. So, okay. And I mean, is there anything more you can tell about my type?
Yeah, it's a nice, so you're the manifesting generator, and your authority is sacral. So human design goes with two basic concepts. It's strategy and authority. Strategy is defined by type. Your strategy is to respond, like for the manifestor to initiate, for the projector to get an invitation, to wait for the invitation. So that's the strategy, is to respond to life. But then your authority is sacral. And your authority is where you take decisions, and that's where human design is a user manual. So that's where it's interesting, because we are all conditioned, or most of us, to take decisions from the mind. That's a big no-no in human design. So we're not designed to make decisions from the mind. We're designed to make decisions from the energy field. And here, human design is really revolutionary. So you're designed to take decisions from your gut feeling. And before we spoke, you said, oh, okay, that's my instinct. So the human design actually differentiates there. So the gut feeling is really a feeling which rises from the belly. It's like your energy is ready to engage with this. And the instinct is something much more quick. It comes from the spleen, and it says a yes or a no. It's not the energy rising. So there's different people with different authorities. Your authority is sacral. If you have emotional authority, like I have no truth in the now. So I need to sleep over every important decision, and I cannot say right now it's a yes or a no.
Okay, so it takes a little longer to weigh the pros and the cons, or feel the pros and the cons. No, yeah.
To move through the emotional waves, through the ups and the downs, let myself be informed by all the emotions, and then I can make a very informed decision. You actually, if you live correctly, you're in the dark about what your life is about. You can only make decisions like in the now, feel if your energy is ready to engage or not, and then you engage, but you don't know why or where it is leading you.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of fun, I suppose, you know.
It is. It asks for a lot of trust, but it's very exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds great. And I mean, human design is a field that's expanding quite a bit, yeah. And you do readings and help people understand their predispositions, right? And you do it online as well.
Yes. That's a nice thing. It's you do it on Zoom or you kind of talk to people. Yeah.
If people want to engage you, I mean, how do they find you? Do you have a website?
Yeah, we can put the website.
Okay, in the description.
In the description.
Okay, very nice. So that's great. And you know, it's a new year. If you feel like you want to learn a little bit about yourself and get to know a very beautiful methodology, human design is something that is very, very popular in Phangan. I've heard it many times. I had a couple of readings already, and I think that you know, whatever can give us a little bit of inspiration to live a better life, why not, right? Well, thank you very much for this little chat today, and yeah.
You're very welcome, Luca.
It's been great fun.